This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 2, 2023. And in the news tonight, warning issued following 5 cases of ackee poisoning in Manchester. 5 cases of ackee poisoning in Manchester in the past 2 weeks have prompted the Manchester Health Department to issue a warning to members of the public to be cautious in the preparation and the consumption of the fruit. Of the 5 cases, 1 person died while the others were treated and sent home. Medical Officer of Health for Manchester, Dr. Nadine Williams, explains that only fit and well-opened ackees are to be used and that ackees should be allowed to open naturally and fully on the tree before being picked and eaten or sold. We are encouraging persons to be cautious in how they prepare the ackee. Improperly prepared ackee can lead to a high level of the hydrochloroquine toxin, usually found in higher quantities in the unripe fruit and the seed and the pink or red membrane inside of the fit fruit. The seed and the pink or red membrane should be removed, the ackee washed and then boiled by itself, after which the water must be discarded, Dr. Williams says. The Medical Officer of Health points out that the symptoms of ackee poisoning include vomiting, stomach cramps, abdominal pain, dizziness, diarrhea, and sweating. The blood sugar levels can fall to a critically low level, leading to death. If these symptoms are experienced after an ackee meal, it is important to seek medical attention immediately and have a sweet drink on the way to the hospital, Dr. Williams adds. Alleged Wandon gang leader black man found guilty of 2 murders. Alleged leader of the Wandon gang, Andre Blackman Bryan, was on Thursday afternoon found guilty of 2 murders at his trial before the Home Circuit Court. Bryan and the 2 of his co-accused, Michael Whiteley and Brian Morris, were found guilty of facilitating the January 14, 2018 murder of a Rastafarian man on Jones Avenue by the gang. Jones Avenue is a known enclave of the gang. Bryan and another defendant, Tariq James, were also found guilty of facilitating the murder of a man called the Outlaw in November 2017. They were also found guilty of facilitating conspiracy to murder. Earlier in the day's proceedings, Chief Justice Brian Sykes argued that the evidence given by 2 former Wandon gang members turned state witnesses has consistently portrayed Bryan as a meticulous commander and a planner. He noted that a person's disposition is integral when assessing evidence. The Chief Justice underscored that Bryan's nature as a micromanager and a planner was evident during the ex-gang members' account of how the gang operated and what they did. He said Bryan gave detailed instructions on the sequence in which the crimes unfolded. The judge said that Bryan's disposition was evident in the killing of 2 other people known as Dooley and Outlaw. Earlier today, Bryan and the 9 of his co-accused were found not guilty in relation to 3 separate shootings, including a double murder. The judge will continue his summation of the evidence on Monday. Manchester man killed over shoes, cops seek brother. A man was stabbed to death and his brother is now on the run following an incident in Newport, Manchester on Thursday morning. The dead man has been identified as 21-year-old Ricardo Williams, a resident of the community. Police report that around 8:05 a.m., the 2 men had an argument about a pair of shoes. The police said the argument turned into a fight, during which a knife was used to stab Williams in the region of his chest. He was taken to the Mandeville Hospital, where he succumbed to the injury and was pronounced dead. The brother has since fled and is being sought by the police. Female driver rescued after running off-road into ditch. A female driver escaped a serious injury after she ran off the road into a ditch in the vicinity of the Hellshire Bridge on the Hellshire Main Road in St. Catherine. Reports are that a team with the Jamaica Constabulary Force Marine Division, who was traveling in close proximity with the female driver, went to her assistance. The vehicle was subsequently recovered from the ditch with the assistance of a wrecker. Reports are being prepared on Kemps Hill High fight between student and Dean of Discipline. Barrington Richardson, Regional Director for Region 7 within the Ministry of Education, has described a video of a fight between a student and the Dean of Discipline at the Kemps Hill High School in Clarendon as the most unfortunate. He said efforts are underway to get a detailed report regarding the circumstances of the incident. The 30-second video, which has been making the rounds on social media, shows a male student pushing the Dean of Discipline while instructing the Dean not to touch him. The two end up in a tussle and fall to the ground. The video shows a man who appears to be a security guard attempting to quell the fight. The news understands that the incident happened on Tuesday. The news contacted the school's principal, Karen Charlton Booth, who declined to comment on the incident. Clover Morrison, the school's chairman, also said he had no comment. Meanwhile, Richardson, the regional director, says he is taken aback by the incident, stating that Kempsey High had been making stellar progress over the years under the school-wide Positive Behavior Intervention and Support Initiative. SWPBIS is an education ministry-led program geared towards responding to incidents of violent conflict among students, particularly in secondary schools, with a goal of creating and sustaining safe grounds. They are a school that has been doing very well. They have their jingles, their murals, etc., and so on. We find this to be an anomaly based on what we have seen in terms of the progress and behavior management at the school. So we have taken very keen interest because something must have happened that would have triggered that kind of response, Richardson told the news. Richardson emphasized that such incidents are always unsettling for educators, adding that schools should be safe spaces for all stakeholders. We want to engender a culture of order and discipline and mutual respect, and when we see these kinds of behavior, it causes us to reflect on what else can we do as we try to create a safe space for our students and our teachers, Richardson added. He disclosed that the school board will meet on Friday to have the matter fully ventilated. Labor Minister criticized for lack of leadership on security guards' employment matter. Labor Minister Karl Samuda is being taken to task over his lack of leadership on the matter involving the employment status of security guards. Last September, the Supreme Court effectively ruled that security guards were employees and not independent contractors. As such, they are entitled to benefits including paid sick, vacation, and maternity leave. Months later, some security guards are yet to start receiving the benefits they are entitled to. St. Patrice Ennis, General Secretary of the Union of Technical, Administrative, and Supervisory Personnel, said Minister Samuda has shown no interest in the issue.
Frankly, we haven't heard anything from the Labour Ministry, and many of us were hoping that the Labour Ministry would be more involved. Over the years, what has been guiding the security guard industry is really the minimum wage, and that really operates within the confines of the Ministry of Labour. That is what set the compensation, it set the terms and conditions of employment, and other thing that guides what obtains, with the security guard and the security guard company. The Ministry of Labour has been absent. I know many letters have been written and their attention has been sought, but they have been absent.
Teddy Lee Gray, president of the Jamaica Association of Private Security, has also expressed a concern about the apparent lack of interest by the Labour Minister.
So the reality of the matter is that the Minister, Mr. Samuda, ain't showing any leadership on this issue. That's frank. Because we would need the Finance Minister to basically come in and, deal with this. But regardless of moving forward, I believe that we security officers come April the 1st, so we have, a role to play. If you're working with a company, we're doing the right thing like being compliant, you should leave and go to the compliant companies. Since the Labour Minister or the government in coming forward with the legislation, we security officers and the compliant companies will have to do what is right.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.